When we talk about linear equations, we need to talk about the equation of a line. Every line has a specific equation associated to it. We have two types. We have function form and general form. Function form is y is equal to ax plus b. It is the form that you guys are the most acquainted with and the one that you will use the most. Slope is a, y-intercept is b, and how we find the x-intercept is you make b negative and then you put it over a. It can be used to describe any non-vertical line, meaning a line with a slope. General form is a little bit different. This is the form of general. ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. The a, the b, and the c are just numbers. They're coefficients. The x and the y, those are points, right? They get their possibility of being a point. How we determine slope, y-intercept, and x-intercept, I don't want you guys to worry about this necessarily because you guys are going to get it confused. So I'm going to show you a little bit more algebraic way of determining how to convert general form into function form. It can be used to describe any line. So using algebraic manipulations, meaning we solve for x, we solve for something we don't know, it is possible to convert the equation of a line from general form to function form and vice versa, which is what we are going to be doing, or what I'm going to be showing. So the first example is the equation y is equal to negative 2x plus 4 can be expressed in general form as follows. Well, we know general form is ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. So I want to move everything to one side of the equal sign and put a 0 on the other side. So what does that mean? We subtract y to the other side, so now there's nothing on this side. So it becomes 2x minus y. So 2x minus y plus 4 is equal to 0. That's in general form. If we kept it in function form, y is equal to negative 2x plus 4, this is your slope. So negative 2 is your slope, so it's technically negative 2 over 1, rise over run, and the y means it crosses at 4. The line crosses at negative 4. So the next one is more applicable to you guys because the government is going to ask you not necessarily to take function and convert it to general. They want to do general to function. So this is a general form. 3x plus 4y minus 4 is equal to 0. That's general form. I want to put it in function form. Function form is equal to y is equal to ax plus b. So I want y all by himself and I want y positive. So the first question you're going to ask yourself is y positive? He absolutely is. So we're going to move everything else to the other side of the equal sign. So I get 4y is equal to negative 3x plus 4. So now I have it kind of looking like that general form, but y is positive, y is alone, but is there only one y? No, I need to divide everything by 4. If I divide everything by 4, I now get y is equal to negative 3 over 4x plus 1. Look, it matches. I've got my slope, negative 3 over 4, and I got my b, and y is alone, and there's only one of them. So this is function form. Now, it is possible to express this equation, 3x plus 4y minus 4, in function form using the following parameters. So we have a, so 3 is a, b is always with y, and c is always on its own. So you can determine the slope, so y is equal to negative a, which is negative 3 then, over 4x, and then if I want b, it is negative 4 over 4, which is, it's negative 4 there and negative c, so that's positive 4 divided by positive 4, which is 1. But like I said, if this is too much for you guys to deal with, then you don't need to. Just move everything across the equal sign like I showed you. Next example. If you are given the equation y is equal to 3x plus 1, what is the rate of change? Remember I told you guys the rate of change is the same thing as saying slope. So what is the rate of change? 3. What is the y-intercept? 1. if we are given the equation 3x plus 2y is equal to 8, this is a general form equation, we need to convert it to function form. Okay, so the first thing that you are going to do, and we'll scroll down here, is we are going to put it in the proper form of y is equal to x plus b, because that is what we're used to seeing, that is what we are used to dealing with. So y is positive, so I'm going to leave him there, and everything else is going to go across the equal sign. So I'm going to get negative 3x plus 8, because we're going to move the negative 3x to the other side of the equal sign. So he's gone. Now, y is positive, y is alone, but there's two y's, not just one. So I need to divide everything by 2. Because 2 divided by 2 gives me 1, so y is equal to negative 3 over 2x plus 4. So my rate of change is negative 3 over 2, and my y-intercept is 4. And that is how we convert from general form to function form. So now we are going to identify the slope in the following equations. So as you can see, we have two general form equations here, so we need to move everything across the equal sign. So we're going to keep 4y is equal to negative 3x plus 4, because we move negative 3x to the other side, and plus 4 to the other side, so they are gone. And I want 1y, so I'm going to divide everything by 4. So y is equal to negative 3 over 4x plus 1. So my slope is negative 3 over 4 in this case. And here I have another one. Y is negative, so I'm going to keep I'm going to move y to the other side. So 6x, and I'm going to move 7 over, minus 7 is equal to 2y. I'm going to divide everything by 2 now that y is positive. I need 1y. So my equation is going to be y is equal to, now 6 over 2x, I can reduce. I can reduce that to 3 over 1. So 3x minus 7 over 2, or 3.5. So our y-intercept goes through 3.5, and it has a slope of 3. That is my equation. This is the slope. This is the slope. Okay. Last slide. The last thing that you guys need to know is how to find the rule. The rule meaning the equation. So if you see find the rule, it means you're finding the equation. And we know the equation of a line is y is equal to ax plus b. So what you need to know when you're finding the rule is that you need 2 points to find slope, or you need slope and a point. So here we have an example. Given the points a, 2, 7, and b, 4, negative 3, we are going to find the rule for this segment and show all of our work. So this is x1, and this is y1. This is x2, this is y2. Always label. First step, find the slope. You always need your slope because we need to find that a, and y equals ax plus b. So find the slope, so y2, so a is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So y2 is negative 3 minus 7 over 4 minus 2. And so we get an answer of negative 10 over 2, which we can reduce to negative 5 over 1, or negative 5. So that's my slope, negative 5. First step. Second step, you are going to substitute 1 point into the y equals ax plus b formula to find b. So if we look at our equation, it is now y is equal to negative 5x plus b. We need a point. We need to find that b. So we're going to pick a point. I'm going to pick the point that has the least amount of negatives. I'm going to pick point A. Point A is going to go into my equation. So 7 is the y, is equal to negative 5 times 2 plus b. So 7 is equal to negative 10 plus b. I want b all by himself, so I'm going to move 10 to the other side of the equal sign. 7 plus 10 is equal to 17. So my entire equation is y is equal to negative 5x plus 17. And I can graph that. I know where my line starts. It starts at 17. And it goes up, or sorry, it goes down 5 and over 1. Down 5 and over 1. So our next question. Determine the rule, so we're finding the equation, y is equal to ax plus b again, that passes through point 4, 4, so that's my x1, y1, and has an x-intercept of 2. Well, if it's an x-intercept of 2, what's the coordinate? 2 and 0. Because it's an x-intercept, it goes through the x-axis, and there's no y value. So x2 and y2. So first step, find the slope. A is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So y2 is 0 minus y1, which is 4, over 2 minus 4, which gives me an answer of negative 4 over negative 2. Now, when you have a negative divided by a negative, you get a positive. And if I reduce that, I get positive 2 over 1. So my slope is 2. So I get y is equal to 2x plus b. I'm going to pick a point. I'm going to pick 4 and 4. So I'm going to pick the first point. So 4 is equal to 2 times 4 plus b. 4 times 4 is 8. Or sorry, 2 times 4 is 8. So I'm going to subtract 8 from each side. So b is going to be equal to negative 4. So my entire rule is y is equal to 2x minus 4. And you can graph that. You have your slope and your y-intercept. And that is how we find the rule using 2 points.